Howdy folks, this is Big Daddy Cash. I'm here to rattle your bones again with another recital. I'm going to recite a love story of a different kind. I said at one time that I wouldn't be able to write another love story, but that isn't quite true. There's love in my heart whatever I do. I do have another story, but it's not of a romantic nature. It's about a true love of a different kind. Before my four-legged family grew, there was just Lady, Charley, and me. A few years ago, these two little guys came to live with me, and a love and a bond was born that will last for eternity. If you know anything about my family, you know I'm referring to Lady and Charley. I lost my first lady about a year before these two sweethearts were destined to join me. When I lost Lady One, I swore I'd never let another four-legged friend steal my heart again. What can I say? It happened, and here's how it happened. I have a brother that had two dogs that he couldn't take care of because of his crazy lifestyle. He told me that he was going to take them to the Humane Society and have them put to sleep. He knew that I had had a lab retriever that had been a constant friend of mine for 14 years. He also knew that I had a great affection for all animals. When he approached me with the proposition that I take the lab, I gave him a positive no. This was on a weekend, and he planned to take the dogs to the pond on the following Monday and have them put to sleep. Needless to say, that weekend I didn't get much sleep. Thinking about those two poor little animals that were going to be killed, how could I not give them a home? Not just a lab, but both of them. Their survival was left entirely up to me. By the way, this is very similar to the way that my first lady, Lady One, became a part of my life. Well, the first thing Monday morning, I called my brother and I told him to bring both the dogs on over. I told him I'd keep them until I could find them a home. Yeah. Well, the dogs weren't housebroken. As a matter of fact, they weren't even well trained at all. I was told it was because the dogs were dumb and unable to learn. Nothing was further from the truth. You know, that's an assumption that some people make when they're incapable of showing true love to animals. Since they were both young adults, they were pretty set in their habits and ways. It was obvious that they had not been given much love and affection because they feared me and were suspicious of all my efforts. It was apathy and compassion that drew me to them in the first place. The more I worked with them, the more I started to care for them. When they first came to me, Charley was a mongrel, about 4 years old, and Lady was a purebred somewhere around 3. Both dogs were plumb full of love, but they didn't know how to show it because they didn't know what love was. It took me about a year to earn their trust and respect before they could really show their love. When they had confidence in themselves and in me, they started learning in leaps and bounds. Now there's an unconditional love that has bound us together forever and ever. Charley and Lady have both become a part of me as well as I them. My home is their home, and their home is mine. Little Charley is really quite an exceptional little guy. He shows his love in a good many ways to Lady, to me, and to the neighborhood kids. For example, he'll wait for Lady to eat her food, and if Lady's still hungry, he'll step aside and let her have his. He'll lay beside her and lick her body all night until she's as clean can be. He loves all the children and lets them do anything they want when to do when they're playing with him. When it comes to me, he follows me wherever I go. When I'm working in my office, he's always right there at my feet, wagging his tail, wiggling his ears, and making funny little noises that sound like a purring kitten. Lady is also real neat. She's a real lady, and she struts like a queen. She loves to be mauled, and she'll maul you right back. As big as she is, she's as gentle as can be. And she always likes to be right next to me. She's somewhat spoiled and likes attention all of the time. And you better believe it. She gets it. And that's just fine. I love my dogs, and my dogs love me. Together we make a happy family. There's Charlie, there's Lady, there's me, and the three of us enjoy each other's company. With these guys in my life, I'm never alone. They both wait at my door for me to get home. They love to take long walks in the dark, and sometimes we walk in the park. Lady's a lad, sweet as she can be, and my little Charlie's a mystery. They have their own room in our domain, and the yard, well, that's running and romping, where they play their games. We take care of the stray cats in our neighborhood. We feed and love them and show brotherhood. There's lots of love in my little family, and it's right up in front for the whole world to see. Well, that's my recital for today. I thought I'd drop it off over here at the forum, see if you guys needed anything. Since you don't need anything, I'm going to say adios. This is Big Daddy Cass. You don't need anything, do you? Okay, well then I'll go. This is Cass signing off.